အားလုံးပဲမင်္ဂလာပါကျွန်တော်နာမည်ကတော့ဆရာရွှေမောင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ် Import English သင်တန်းမှာဒီလာတက်တဲ့ဒီ listening and speaking ခက်ခဲရှိတဲ့သင်တန်းသားတွေကို6လအတွင်းစကားပြောတတ်အောင်ပေါ့နော်ပုံမှန်စကားပြောရတဲ့ level နဲ့ပြောတတ်အောင်သင်ကြားပေးနေတဲ့ဆရာတယောက်လည်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ဒီနေ့နားထောင်မယ့်အပိုင်းလေးကကျွန်တော်အင်္ဂလိပ်လိုစမပြောခင်မှာဒီနေ့နားထောင်မယ့်အပိုင်းလေးဒီ audio လေးကပေါ့နော်နည်းနည်းလေးမြန်နိုင်တယ်ပွင့်လင်းပြောရင် pre inter listening အားကောင်းတဲ့သူတွေနော် pre inter intermediate တမားတွေအတွက်လို့ပြောလို့ရတယ်ပေါ့နော်စကားလုံးလေးတွေချို့ပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်သင်မဲ့ဥစ္စာလေးတွေအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော် plan လေးတစ်ခုပြောင်းထားတယ်ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ဒီနေ့ပါစကားလေးလာတဲ့အချိန်မှာပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီတော်တော်များများကဒီယုံကြည်မှုပိုင်းဆိုင်ရာကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီ emotional support တွေလိုတာကိုတွေ့ရတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ဖတ်နေတဲ့စာအုပ်လေးတွေကနေအကျိုးရှိမဲ့အကြောင်းလေးတစ်ပိုက်ဖတ်ပြီးတာနဲ့အကြောင်းအရာတစ်ခုကျွန်တော်ဖတ်ပြမယ်ပေါ့နော်ဖတ်ပြပြီးတာနဲ့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီဟာနားထောင်မယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ယုံကြည်မှု confidence ကျွန်တော်တို့ရှိလာတယ်ကိုမြင်ပုံတွေကပြောင်းလဲလာတယ်ဟဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကိုယ့်ရဲ့အပြုအမူတွေကပြောင်းလဲလာမယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဘာစကားနာဒီလေ့လာတဲ့အချိန်မှာ motivation လို့ခေါ်ရဲကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီစိတ်တက်ကြွတိုင်းလမ်းဆန်းမှုကျွန်တော်အရန်လိုရတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်အကြောင်းအရာတစ်ခုဖတ်ကြပါမယ်အဲ့တော့ဖတ်ပြမယ့်အကြောင်းအရာလေးကကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီ Zingala ဆိုရဲဒီကျွန်တော် American author ထဲမှာအဲ့တော့ဆရာဦးခင်မောင်ညိုဘောဂပေတာမြန်မာပြန်ဆိုထားတဲ့စာအုပ်လေးပေါ့နော်ရောက်ဖတ်လို့ကောင်းတယ်ဒီမှာယုံကြည်မှုဆိုင်ရာအပိုင်းတွေပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်စဖတ်ပြပါမယ်အဲ့တော့အကုန်လုံးတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးပေါ့နော်အရေးကြီးတဲ့အပိုင်းတချို့ကျွန်တော်ဖတ်ပြမှာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီမှာကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီကိုမြင်ပုံကဘလောက်အရေးကြီးသလဲဆိုရဲအပိုင်းလေးပေါ့နော်အဲ့အများကြီးကျွန်တော်မဖတ်ပြတော့ဘူးဒီမှာအတူတူလေးပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာကျွန်တော်စနာထောင်ကြည့်အောင်ခမားခြေသားထားသည့်အရာကိုစိတ်ကပြီးဆုံးအောင်ဖန်တီးပေးတဲ့ဖြင့်ခမား၏အကြောက်တရားသည်တကယ်အရှိတရားများလိုဖြစ်လာသည်ဂေါက်သီးသမားတယောက်ကရေကန်တဲသို့ဂေါက်သီးရောက်သွားအောင်ရိုက်လိုက်မိပြီးအေးအဲ့လိုတော့ဖြစ်တော့မယ်ဆိုတာတည်သားပဲဟုပြောတတ်သည်တဲ့ထို့သို့ဖြစ်တော့မည်ဟုစိတ်ကမြင်နေသဖြင့်သူ၏ခန္ဓာကိုယ်ကပြီးဆုံးအောင်ဆောင်ရွက်လိုက်ခြင်းဖြစ်သည်တဲ့အကောင်းဘက်မှပြောရရင်အောင်မြင်သည့်ဂေါက်သီးသမားတယောက်သည်သူ့ဘော်လုံးကိုမရိုင်းမီကားပင်လေကျင်းထဲသို့ဝင်တော့မည်ဖြစ်ကြောင်းမြင်နေသည်တဲ့ဘေ့စ်ဘောသမားကောင်းတယောက်သည်လည်းထို့အတူပင်ဖြစ်သည်အောင်မြင်သည့်အယောင်သမားတယောက်သည်သူကစတင်မဆက်သွယ်ရသေးမီကားပင်ဖောက်တဲ့တယောက်ကသူ့ပစ္စည်းကိုဝယ်တော့မည်ဖြစ်ကြောင်းကိုမြင်နေသည်တဲ့မိုက်ကယ်အန်ဂျလိုကကြောက်တုံးကိုထွင်းထုခြင်းမပြုတ်မီကားပင်အားကောင်းသည့်မိုးဆက် Mighty Moses ဟုဒီရုပ်ထုကိုစိတ်ထဲကမြင်နေခဲ့သည်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ဘာသာစကားကိုကပြောတတ်အောင်ဒီလေ့လာနေတဲ့အချိန်မှာဖြစ်ရမယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီကိုရဲ့ရှုမြင်ပုံအရင်ကိုမြင်ရမှာပေါ့နော်ပြောချင်တာအဲ့တော့ယုံကြည်မှုတွေအရင်ရေးကြည့်တယ်အဲ့တော့နားဖတ်သွားတဲ့ဟာမှာအရင်ဆုံးကိုမဖြစ်မိသေးတယ်ကိုဖြစ်ပြီးပြီဆိုတဲ့အရာကိုစိတ်ထဲသွင်းထားမြင်ထားမှာဒါတွေရေးကြည့်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ကဲကျွန်တော်ဖတ်ပြရလဲပြီးသွားပြီဆိုတော့3မိနစ်လောက်ကြာတယ်But I think it is very useful for you. So let's get started. So we will listen to the audio. I think the audio is about breaking a bad habit. Breaking a bad habit. So let's get started. We're gonna listen. Oh, by the way, there are words actually. There are words. So I will explain first. And the first word that you will hear is to break a habit. Obviously, right? It's it is an obvious meaning for you. To break a habit means to stop or to give up, to quit a habit that you're having and you feel that is bad, right? So trying to break a habit. The next word, obsessive behavior. Obsessive behavior. I will explain when we go. I think it's much better in the content. So let's get started. So please wait here. All right. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. Let's listen.
So I'm here with Olga, who's a health coach and a life coach. So you've talked a lot about things we should do, but what about stopping doing things or breaking bad habits? Like that's the hardest thing, right? So what's your advice for giving up sugar or alcohol or obsessive behavior, things like that?
Okay, so giving up sugars, right? People like sugar. We like the sweet stuff, right? So how do we break this kind of habit of eating sugar, sweetie stuff? There's a word, obsessive behavior, right? Obsessive is an adjective. There's also obsess. I think obsessive behaviors is the, in Burmese we say like soilana. You can also say it like a pitera in a way that you can use, of course. So obsessive behaviors, right? You have some behaviors that are obsessive, right? You cannot just let them go. You just want them to stay with you. You just want them, right, to stay with you. This is the idea here. So let's get started. Keep going. So you understand, right?
Well, actually, I'm not suggesting that people fight with themselves and they avoid or break anything, because that would constitute violence against yourself. And I am a student of Marshall Rosenberg, who developed a nonviolent communication system. So instead of taking away the bad, you add something good. So you find exciting, fun, new habits that will naturally substitute.
Okay, so for example, like let's say.
That's alright. She means that do not try to let it go, like suddenly just in that bad habit, trying to add something positive, right? That's what she means.
You watch too much TV or you're addicted to your smartphone, you would try to,
maybe you already know this word, addicted. Yes, addicted to. So if you're addicted to the something, you cannot let it go, right? You just want it to stay with you. This is the idea, right? Addicted, right? Some people, they're addicted to drugs and drinking alcohol, right? Like using the phones and being on the social media all the time. This is the idea, right? So they cannot break this habit.
Maybe play outside or do something like that.
Well, you can develop a lot of new habits and see what works for you. And one of the things that I discovered for myself is that willpower is a very finite resource. We don't have infinite amounts of willpower, so we need to use it very sparingly on short distances. It's not for marathons. So what I suggest when you're establishing a new habit that...
Establish means a create or pure, establish, establish, established. Or you can also say the create a new habit, or try to have or make a new habit,
you feel that is the right habit for you. You need to use a little bit of willpower to repeat it enough times. And usually magic number is 21 days.
Really? 21 days? Why 21?
I have no idea, but this number keeps popping up from different traditions.
Okay, to pop up means to appear, to come out, right? People use it all the time. It's the idea that, so for example, you put the you can use this word like anywhere, pop up, sometimes pop out, to pop up, P-O-P, U-P, pop up. To pop up means to appear, to come out. So for example, when you're going shopping and one of your friends pops up, which means appears, right? This is the idea. You can also use it with the computer and stuff. When you're using social media on your computer, there's a bug popping up, right? Appearing. This is the idea here.
In East and West, and also psychology, and I saw it in my own practice that it works.
Fascinating. So what about like...
So I think based on the what they are saying, I believe to break a habit, we need to give or set kind of a schedule or something, to totally break this habit. So I mean that we give ourselves time to maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. So she says that, right? Traditionally it works much better So yeah, this is the idea. So don't just say I'm gonna break this habit, but just set up something so that you have something to make you alert, right?
Let's say you want to give up sugar, or you want to give up smoking, or
You want to give up means stop, quit, not doing that.
something like that. A physical substance. Do you have any tips for that?
Yes, one of their easiest things to do is incorporate fermented foods.
Fermented food. What is fermented? It's for ferment. To ferment is a verb. Fermented food means things that in Burmese we say, because some of the words I will explain in Burmese. Some of the words they have difficult ideas to be understood. So I'm gonna explain in Burmese for some of the words because they have difficult tastes or ideas. So you might not understand if I explain in English, but some of the words I will explain in English because they're easier to understand. Okay. So ferment, people say fermented food. She also used it. Fermented food. In Burmese we say အချင်းဖောက်ထားတဲ့အရာတွေပေါ့နော်အချင်းဖောက်ထားတဲ့အစားအသောက်တွေ so the ferment is a verb we say in Burmese အချင်းဖောက်သည် right? Okay. F, I'm gonna also write down the new words. Might be new to you, I'm not sure.
That break up biochemical dependency on sugars, alcohol, and some other addictive substances. So when I work with people who are recovering from any kind of addictions, they don't have to be substance addictions. Fermented foods help a lot.
Oh, good news. If you want to stop drinking alcohol, what she means is that just trying to don't eliminate, right? Just don't remove, or don't stop what you're doing suddenly, but just trying to add something positive. She already mentioned that in the beginning of this audio, and also here she said that, right? You have to add, you have to eat or drink even fermented food to totally eliminate and remove the bad habit of drinking alcohol or something.
Okay, can you give some examples of fermented foods?
Well, absolutely. If you just chop up any kind of vegetable, let's say it's
chop, right? To chop means, right? You chop, you cut, CHOP, chop, right? Chop, chop, chop. You can chop the vegetable. You can chop. To chop means to cut off.
Cabbage and carrot. So you cut it up, you massage it with salt and some spices until their juice comes out, and you press it down so all the vegetables are covered with its own juice. 3 days later you have perfect fermented sauerkraut.
Wow, that's great. So could you just buy like sauerkraut or vinegar or something like that? Like, would that work?
Well, unfortunately, it wouldn't, because most of their krauts that you buy is pasteurized.
Okay, pasteurize is another word. To pasteurize means in Burmese, you heat them and you kill the like harmful elements. So in Burmese, to pasteurize this word, where is that, guys? Once again. Okay, so let me go back here.
Krauts that you buy is pasteurized.
Pasteurize. So it means in Burmese, "pu baby potata." We can do this with milk. We can pasteurize, milk and other things, of course.
Which does not give you their probiotic activity, and a lot of it is fake sauerkrauts. What I mean by that, if there was no bacterial activity and the taste comes from vinegar, you do not get these benefits.
Wow, that's good to know. I think though part of the problem though is even myself thinking like, oh, I'm not going to cut up a bunch of cabbage and carrots and wait 3 days. Like it seems like it's too much work.
Well, it might be, and maybe you can visit a friend who is doing that, or if you have access to farmers market or some natural, organic stores, they may provide something that is not pasteurized and prepared the right way.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, well, thanks a lot. That was some really good advice.
Very welcome.
Okay, here I already said what is real English. Okay, so I'm not gonna be teaching all of the stuff that they're saying and using. Some of the words might be new to you, but it's okay. So your job is to listen to this again and again and again. Okay, to be a master. Okay, just listening to this one time and you like it's fun. But if you want to speak English like fluently and powerfully, like a native, I mean that you want words and phrases and sentences and ideas to flow out of your mouth. To be that, you have to master everything you hear. Okay, not just listening to this one time, understanding this one time, and knowing you know them after you listen, of course, because we are very familiar with English since when we were younger, of course. But the thing is, you have to master, okay? So to master, if you are a master of what they're saying and you can just use them back later, it is really good, So repeat again and again. I recommend just 2 days or 3 days. 3 times, 2 times, 3 times per day for a week. Repetition is the mother of skill, so you have to practice. This is how I acquired English. I didn't know when until I found AJ Hoke. Also, other people they also tell. Research shows that if you hear something again, like over times, like 24 times, more, and 24 to 26, then you will be used to when somebody says. I mean that you will be used to what everybody says. Okay, this is the idea. So when you are very familiar with what they are saying, and most of the words will come into your brain, and you will start using them. So repeat, and again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will do more of these because it's a real English. It's real English. It's good to listen. It's good to learn with this kind of English. So I think good luck.